What's up, everybody? My name is Dennis the Menace.
Omen Ray is over here.
And I'm Iris the Vision, and if you're tuning in, you must be thirsty. But don't worry, we're here to quench your thirst on The Juice!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a very special guest in the building today. Woo! If you don't know him, you will definitely get to know him tonight. But he's definitely been all over the city. You probably heard his music through Dank, Eric Evans, some honorable mentions right now. But definitely a lot more all around the city. But let's give a big round of applause for Seshun.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Appreciate y'all having me, man. I've been looking forward to this, honestly.
Yeah, dude, we set it up a long time, but...
Dude, I was looking at the messages.
Well, it seemed like a long time.
I was telling my girl, and I was like, man, this has been in the works for a minute, and I looked back at the messages like April. And I was like, dude, yeah. At the time, I was just like, that's a long-ass fucking time from now, September. But shit, here we are now, you know what I'm saying?
It's coming fast. So, dude, it's almost Christmas. I keep telling everybody, like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, I'm waiting for Thanksgiving. I want the feast. I want the fucking mac and cheese. I want the turkey. I want to make my slider with all that shit.
The slider? I feel like Thanksgiving is, like, overlooked. Like, they'll just be like, Halloween, Christmas. Forget Thanksgiving.
Do y'all do Thanksgiving, too?
Yeah, we've done it Thanksgiving.
I try to, bro.
We try.
Some friends that do it and some friends that don't. I think it just takes a group of committed friends.
Dude.
No, yeah, for sure.
They're like, I'll do
For
it
sure.
with you. Yeah.
His mother-in-law makes like the fucking all the Thanksgiving, the biggest feast. And last year it was fucking fun. We were so stoned, just going back and picking at it like
All the fixings.
Dude,
all night.
I remember one Thanksgiving, I was still in high school, but my friends picked me up, hit a little roadie, you know, came right back around, and then nobody was outside of my house like before I left, so I was like, oh, everybody's inside chilling. We come back and we're sitting in the truck. We're still like smoked out. We hadn't let the windows down.
Oh, damn.
And they're about to drop me off. We're just like talking, chopping it up. And then all of a sudden I just hear see the door open on my side. It's my grandma. And she's like, she opens it up and sees the smoke. And she's like, no, smoky bad. Smoky bad. And we're like, oh yeah, no.
No,
and she's
clearly
like,
it's like,
you hungry? And like she asked my friends, like, y'all hungry? And we're like, yeah. And she's like, come on. But she was drunk as fuck, so if she wasn't, then it would have been like,
yeah, right.
That was the G-Pass.
Le gusta la mierda.
Yeah, exactly. What's y'all's favorite Thanksgiving food, though?
Stuffing.
Stuffing? Okay.
Yeah. My mom
Turkey and mac and cheese and mashed potatoes on a roll with gravy.
Okay, so the slider.
Yes.
The slider combo.
And also, well, it used to kind of be like the Salvadorian tamales, but now we can get those anytime. So
Wait,
they're still special, but they're different special.
what's the difference between like a Salvadorian tamale and like a Mexican tamale?
It's a lot different.
Okay.
So it's for one, they wrap it up in like a banana leaf.
Okay,
And
yeah.
foil.
Yeah. I've seen that.
And it's a lot mushier, like the masa.
Okay.
It's like a lot mushier.
Mm-hmm.
And they put like, it's kind of more like a healthier option. It seems like really fresh and healthy. They put like
So,
green
like,
beans, like
vegetables
string
in it?
beans,
Keto version.
Okay.
and like
The keto
potatoes,
version.
like chunks of potatoes, like diced potatoes,
Papa.
eggs,
I think
Okay.
sometimes they
Huh?
put egg in it.
Egg?
and then
Interesting.
and then chicken. Chicken's the main
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
they do
yeah.
with
Pot
yeah.
pie.
Yeah, basically it's like a
Interesting.
mushy like chicken pot pie, but dude, it's so good. You put some sauce on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Hell
It's
yeah.
good.
I never
Yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah.
That'd be good to try that.
I'd be down.
And pupusas. Have you ever had
Yes, I
pupusas?
have.
Yeah.
Those are amazing.
Yeah, I haven't had pupusas in a long time until I went to your
Oh yeah.
parents' house.
Carmelitas.
Yeah.
Which shout out to Carmelitas. They're our sponsor for tonight. If you're in the Cleburne,
Hey.
Texas
Shout
area,
out. Shout out.
if you're in the Cleburne, Texas area, definitely hit them up. They got good tacos, tortas, burritos, fucking pupusas,
Once you try, you'll be hooked.
tamales.
Okay.
They got
Like
menudo
that,
too
huh?
on Sundays. Spicy ass menudo. That should cure you up if you
Oh,
have a
y'all fuck with
hangover.
menudo?
I don't
Yeah.
even like menudo, but they
I-
like it.
I like the broth. I like the,
The broth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
That's
do the
understandable.
broth. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I won't eat
Not
like
the contestant.
Nah.
A little
Hell
bit of hominy in the broth.
Yeah.
And
It's okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't eat red meat anymore, but like menudo is something that I miss.
ew.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over the smell. Like my mom would make it. First
It
she would
doesn't
start.
smell
She
that
would make it
bad.
in the house, and it would smell like shit.
Well, yeah. If you don't have like seasoning and stuff, you definitely smell like the tripe. Like you smell
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
If
That's
the
pretty
broth-
brutal.
if
The
broth
worst
isn't, like,
shit
super red.
I've smelled cooked
Comes
in
out.
my house was like liver. Like I hated. My mom cooked liver one time,
Yeah.
It smells like straight up piss, like nasty piss, but
Well, it's gotta go
times
through
10.
there, so yeah.
I know. It smells so bad.
It's like the filter of the human.
Yeah. My mom would trick me. She'd be like, "Oh no, it's just like steak," but obviously the texture and like it's all different.
When she said that to you?
I was probably like
Older
10.
than picture.
Yeah. Still getting tricked at like 10 years old, but I could taste it. I'd be like, this doesn't really taste like any kind of like beef or like fajita or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
Blame it on
I'm
the
gonna still eat it because she might yell at me if I don't.
What about lengua? You
Bro, I
like
fuck
lengua?
with lengua.
Yeah.
Tough.
I
love
I
lengua.
just tried it probably like 2 years ago.
Really.
Yeah, because I was always like,
You never
nah.
tried it at Juanitos?
I never, because I just seen it. I was like, that's gross. I would not ever do that. What the fuck? And
It's
then,
definitely one of those things that like hold the texture. Well, like you can visually see its texture.
right.
Yeah,
Gotta
it
cook
looks
it right,
looks
though.
like that.
If
Right.
someone doesn't cook it soft enough, then it's fucking disgusting. If it's tough, I can't eat it soft.
Yeah, that's why I was like, nah. But I don't know. Like just 2 years ago, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna try it out. Why not?
Are you a fan now?
I don't eat. I haven't ate it since then, to be honest. But to me, it tastes like brisket, like a little bit more drier, like tougher
Yeah.
brisket. So I was like, okay, I can still eat it. Like if it's around, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
You know,
Honestly,
won't be my first choice, but
I won't eat it unless my mom cooks it.
okay.
Like I probably won't get it at a restaurant or a taqueria or anything like that, just because I don't know how they cooked it, bro. Like I'm really like kind
Yeah.
of weird about that stuff.
You know, a lot of true Mexicans are like that. They're like, why would I go to like a Tex-Mex place or something like that if I can get that at home and it's way better?
Yeah, so
You know,
I'm the same way
and
with
cheaper.
like my mom's tamales. Like everyone's always like, "Oh, you want some tamales?" And I'm just like, to be honest, if they're not my mom's, nah, I'm not. I'm yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with them because to me, no one makes tamales as good as my mom. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel the
So
same way about my
yeah.
moms.
yeah,
I feel like
I'll
most
eat other
Hispanics
ones,
are
but
like
I'm
that,
like-
where it's like, it's my house.
Well,
Yeah.
my moms are like really, really juicy. Even though they're like Mexican style, they still have a lot of juice in them. So
hmm
that's why I like hers a lot. Like they never disappoint. But
Is this one mine right here?
Yeah, let's take a shot. Let's all
Yeah,
take
let's
a
take
shot.
one real quick.
I kind of poured some Topo Chico in mine, and I regret it.
This is a shot right here?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Shout out to Avion.
Is that you say?
You guys got the little accent.
We're
right
not
here,
sponsored,
right?
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Not sponsored. You know what?
I mean, we tried.
Yeah. You know what? If we're not sponsored, nah.
Shot.
We're just taking tequila shots. Don't forget the brand.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Appreciate
y'all.
y'all having me on.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
See, I feel like everyone's having that reaction to tequila recently.
I haven't been really good with tequila lately.
Woo!
I've been good with
You had a bad
whiskey.
experience or what?
I don't know. It's not one of the alcohols that calls my name.
I got over it.
Yeah, I feel like I used to avoid tequila for sure, and I loved whiskey. Now it's like flip flop. Like
See, I
love
feel like you.
whiskey.
I feel like you used to say that you weren't a big thing of whiskey, though.
I used to be. I
He
used to be.
likes whiskey, but he don't drink it.
Yeah, I do like it, but it's also like I feel like it's more like it gives me more heartburn and shit. Like it's like a dark liquor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get heartburn with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Supposedly tequila is like the healthiest that you can like
yes.
drink,
No grains,
and
no sugar.
yeah. It's like it helps you with your diabetes supposedly too. Like if you have diabetes.
When I was doing the keto diet, all I was drinking was ranch waters. That was my alcohol. Ranch waters. Just
like
with
the
Topo
actual mixed
Chico.
drink or like
No,
the
just
canned ones that you
that.
sell they sell at Walmart.
No,
those
those, are
taste those
nasty.
taste like
Watermelon
shit.
one.
Just
Yeah.
that with Topo Chico and salt and lime.
Yeah.
Just that's it. Like we made the other night. Wait, you weren't here and you weren't drinking, so never mind.
I took a month off of drinking.
Okay.
And so, but
that?
good.
Was it easier said than done, or did you have your trials and tribulations?
It wasn't a hard thing to do. It was more like because I enjoy having. Okay, so I did it because I enjoy having a drink with like a meal, right? So like I like having a Blue Moon, especially with like a burger, right? But like if you do that 5 to 6 days out of the week, even if it's one drink, I'm like, dude, I feel like I just
Consider an alcoholic.
yeah. Well, if you say that to a doctor, they'll say that. But then I was just like, I was like,
that's the
yeah, I was
term
like,
for
alright,
it.
Well, let me just like
And then when
Take
you
a month
say,
off.
no, I'm not an alcoholic, that makes you sound like more of an
Right,
alcoholic.
right. Like
I
there's
was like,
Yeah. It's like, no, I'm
right.
not.
So, but they also say that if you have like a glass of red wine a day, it was to say a glass of red wine keeps the doctor away or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch
It's
of those.
for your
I've heard that
It
about
is for your
weed
heart.
too.
But it has to be non-sweet,
Not Blue Moons, though.
dry red wine. It's like the nastiest red wine you
Right.
can get. So it's not
Right.
worth it.
But it was alright. It was cool.
Yeah.
Made it the month, and then it was like, I want to have a blue moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to try something like that.
So
But you need a lot of self-control. For sure.
tell us about yourself and where you're from.
Okay. So my name is Seshun. Seshun.
Spelled on his shirt.
Yeah. You know, I had to rock my shit. So a little bit about myself. I spent part of my childhood in California, Santa Barbara, 805. Shout out to the 805.
Yeah, you give off those California vibes a bit.
Yeah, I grew up there for like the early part of my childhood, and then, you know, my family and we moved to Texas, and I've
Okay.
been here ever since like 2002. Got into the music scene probably like 3 years ago, but I've been doing music before that. And like before that, I was just doing like the whole like learning how to like make beats and like the actual like creation of music. So
Okay.
I don't really have any kind of musicians in my family.
Mm.
So like I didn't really have anyone to kind of go to, be like, hey, teach me how to do this or whatever. So I kind of had to do a lot of learning on my own.
YouTube?
A lot of YouTube, a lot of like just Google searches and like just doing a lot of research. But yeah, focus on just, you know, production. I'm doing a lot more recording, and I'm trying to get more into like mixing and mastering and stuff like that. So I'm definitely trying to expand my, what's the right way to put it? I guess services or just skill set. But yeah, my main thing is just like making beats, making tracks, and I've been doing this since like 2015 when I was back in like college and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it in a nutshell, you know.
you said one of my favorite quotes earlier today. You said YouTube University. So
Oh, yeah, he always says that.
You said that earlier today. I was like, okay, so he's like a
That thing
Self-
is not gonna get you.
I was like, so you
They're
said,
like this.
no, you're
Yeah,
good.
like-
Well, I did the
He's
same thing.
leaning
One of,
back so
I did the same thing one of the
Keep
other
trying, keep
podcasts.
trying. No, that's cool.
But you said that, and I was like, okay, so also we're talking about like how we won't go to the mechanic,
Yes.
and we'll figure out our own way how to fix our own cars. So those two hand in hand, I was like, okay, so like you're willing to go through whatever it takes to just learn whatever you want to learn.
For sure, bro.
So I respect that. I respect that. Yeah.
I'm like super big on like doing things on my own and teaching myself things, and like I'll go through like the growing pains and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, like that satisfaction is just like awesome.
Yeah.
So like, you know, going back to like the mechanic stuff, you know, a lot of people really don't want to tackle that stuff because they're either they don't want to do it because it's like time consuming, or they're either like they fear that they're gonna fuck something else up, right?
Yeah.
So me, I'll just go into it, and if I fuck something else up, then okay, that's just another thing that I gotta learn how to fix. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, when I get it fixed, I'm just like, fuck yeah, I did that shit, and then I'll go
And
have a
save
beer.
shit ton of money because
Yeah,
mechanics
yeah,
are so
yeah.
expensive
But
now.
like it also
For real.
like it's helped me like see like how labor intensive it is, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's
Grind.
yeah. And like, so let's say you go to a mechanic shop and you just want to do like, I can't even say anything's like a simple fix, bro. But like, let's just say you take it in there and they charge you whatever, and they do it in like, let's say 2 hours. If you try to take it on yourself with a YouTube video, it's probably gonna take you like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Or
And, like,
more.
there's not a lot of people that are gonna be like,
I would
I'm
say
gonna carve
more.
out 3 hours of my day to
Yeah.
just fix this fucking
That's when
car,
go
you know?
back and you're just like, you know what? You got my 2 hours.
Yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Right. So, but me, like, I don't mind it. Like, if I already know in my head that I'm gonna have to fix this like issue with my vehicle or whatever, I'm gonna block out like at least the morning, because I'm an early bird, bro, and I also got a kid, so like I'm always waking up early. But I'll block out like my morning to just fix whatever. But yeah, I'm all about like teaching myself and like doing things on my own, because I feel like I get a better like sense of like gratification, or
Yeah.
like, and I also like, what's the right way to put it? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Like I'm more like I have like more gratitude towards it. Like I appreciate things more.
Yeah.
So that's just how it is for me.
Have an abundance.
I think like learning how to do stuff on your own, it kind of helps you be more of an expert in the field, because when someone else teaches you, they're teaching you like their way. They already forgot some of the stuff. Like they're not gonna get it like as into it as you would if you're trying to figure it all out yourself. So I think it makes you more like an expert on that field whenever you learn it yourself. It's way different.
Yeah.
You remember it more too. It's like you won't forget it the next time.
One thing I've always said to myself and learned is always remain a student.
Bro, for real, big time.
Like,
yeah.
Doing that, like especially for creatives, is like, you know, you can start off like doing like music how I did, and then like branch off from there. Like now I'm doing graphic arts, and like now it's like, oh, I want to do photography. I want to try that out, and like, videography, and like start learning all these things. I'm like, now I look at myself like I have all the tools. Like I know how to do everything, you know. And but still like just still remaining a student, trying to learn more things, and you know. Yeah, I feel like that's just healthy for the
what's
brain.
the saying? If you're like the smartest person in the room, you're probably like in the wrong room or something like that. Yeah. So it's always good to be like just a student, like, because there's always gonna be someone out there that's gonna be better than you at whatever you're trying to do. So rather than just like being envious or like jealous or whatever, just be like put yourself in a vulnerable position and like just learn from that person, because like it's easy to be jealous of somebody, right? It's easy to feel like all these emotions, but like just try to learn, man. That's all, because like it's a mental thing, like with like whatever you're trying to do, like music or like anything that's like a competitive thing. Like it's a huge like mental aspect of like all that. So like just put yourself in a position where you're just like willing to learn, and then you can like avoid those kinds of emotions at all costs. Right. That's just how I feel, you know what I'm saying?
What do you got to say to like young producers or any artists or people out there that want to get out there? Like, what do you got to say to them to like make the first step to like really put themselves out there? Because I know for me, like and I'm still this way too. Is like I'm kind of like shy. I'm kind of like reclusive. I'm not like gonna put myself out there. But like, you know, what's one thing that you got to say as far as like up and coming?
Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So develop your networking skills. Back to what we were just literally talking about. Be a student. Just put yourself in a position where like, okay, I don't know anything. So how can I connect with people that are already in this industry or already doing the things that I want to do, and how can I learn from them? So it's just really like social skills, honestly. Reaching out to people, asking them questions and stuff like that. And
don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Take the chance.
Like, fuck
What's
it.
the worst? This is whenever I was doing sales, this is what I always heard. What's the worst? They're going to say no.
Right.
They're going to move on with their lives. They're not going to remember you, but you're going to remember the yes that you get. That's going to be life-changing for you, so you can't stop at no.
You're going to fuck with that person tough whenever they say yes. You're like,
for sure.
That's my guy right there. Or that's my girl right there. You know what I'm saying? So
I would say 9 times out of 10, the people that everyone at this table looks up to, all of them will tell you is that like you have to get used to just being rejected and just like you said, being comfortable, just being uncomfortable, because like it doesn't stop. Like that next goal, you have to be comfortable with the idea that like it may or may not work out, or like you just have to adjust. So like get used to that, because that's the only way you just keep going, keep progressing and shit like that. So.
For sure.
Don't be too stressed out while you're doing it either, because that's going to make you just not want to do anything. If you get overwhelmed and stressed out, like, I don't know, sometimes you got to take like a step back and then like look at what you're doing and then just forget about it for a second and go enjoy nature, go do something else, and then come back to it with a fresh mindset. I got to do that a lot.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I actually dealt with that like literally just yesterday. I was trying to make a track, and like I had the foundation for it, right? I had the drums, I had like a bass line or whatever, but I couldn't figure out this melody.
Yeah, shit just doesn't sound right after a certain
And I got frustrated. I was getting frustrated as fuck. Oh wow, can I cuss on here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was feeling.
Fuck yeah, you can cuss. Shit yeah.
Right. I was.
Don't tell YouTube we're cussing.
Right. But I was getting frustrated, and that's when I had to like take a step back and like not stress myself over it, because one thing I've learned is like if you're doing something and it's feeling more like actual work, and instead of like something that you're passionate about, then maybe it's time to kind of like take a step back and maybe go for a walk
Do one
or
of
go
your favorite hobbies.
yeah,
that you
or go
enjoy.
pet your dog or something, or you
Go
know,
hit
just
the
whatever,
bong.
just what, yeah, exactly, whatever just keeps your mind off of whatever that you were doing
Yeah.
for just a moment, and then you can come back to it with fresh ears or look at it from like a different perspective or something like that. But I think it's definitely important to know
Take breaks.
when to take a break. Yeah.
Remind yourself why you love the craft. You know.
Right.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm definitely like that with music, and it's honestly I've been abusing it a little bit where I take too much time, and I'm like, damn.
that can
Like,
happen, bro.
Yeah, and I've been like that
And then you
like
just
for the
lose it.
while. And I know you sent me some shit. I'm like, damn. Like every time I see him, fuck, I forgot he sent me that.
So
But-
at work, he'll talk about it. Where like I feel like he gets FOMO, where he's like
Yeah.
he'll like, dude, I haven't like touched any beats, or like I haven't like worked on anything, and then and then we'll try to reach out to him like during the weekend, and, like get on Call of Duty, and then we don't hear from him. He was like, I was working on beats all weekend. Yeah. It was like okay, you got in your vibe, you got in your
Yeah.
feels, so yeah. But you need that. Like you need to reset. You need to be able to have that time where, and honestly, like I think it's a good thing whenever you can have a craft, step away from it, and if you miss it, that's a good sign. I'd say that's a good sign, because it's like it's a
Or you feel guilty almost. Like
it's a
you're like,
never-ending
"Damn, I
it's a
need to- I need
never-ending
to be doing
battle.
something."
It's a
Yeah.
never-ending battle. Like it's like you shouldn't be so comfortable with it.
Why am I not doing my assignments?
I don't know. I don't think you should be so comfortable with it to where like you don't, like you were talking about earlier, where like you can still learn. You're always gonna learn. You're always gonna be a student. And I think you understand too, where it's like if you're self-taught, I think you feel that even more. Where it's like, when you walk into, if you make it to a room where like everyone went to school for what you're doing right now, to me that's a win and a flex. Number one. So like also, once you get there and you're talking to them about things that you figured out yourself, that's even more of like like you can do it.
Right.
You just have, yeah, and it's like yeah, I just figured it out. I wanted to learn it and I figured it out.
Exactly.
I have a
Yeah.
question for him.
Okay.
So, I've been listening to some of your beats. Do you like making rap beats more, or like techno type beats?
Oh shit. Okay. Lately, I like making a lot of house music.
Okay.
That's just such a fun genre, man. And like,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I first started like trying to make music, well, I wasn't even trying to make music. I was just trying to be a DJ. So I bought me like a little, Newmark Mix Track Pro. It was like that big.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the first one I got too.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to DJ. Like,
You can plug your phone in it, right, or something like that.
That
Or
one
no?
I could not.
Oh, okay,
no.
okay,
So that
yeah.
one was like I used Serato, and like I plugged in with the RCA and all that.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I was spilled a drink on yourself. But so I was trying to DJ, right? And then as I was doing like more research and stuff and like that, I like stumbled upon like production, and I started looking up like, okay, well, what is all these I guess you can categorize it as like EDM. Like, what do these EDM producers use? Ableton. Okay, so I started doing that, and then I just completely like forgot about DJing, and then I just dove straight into like production. So
So it like helped you find a new passion.
yeah. So I was trying to make same thing, house music, techno, whatever you want to call it. And then I was just like, well, this is something I'm still new to, because I'd always listened to hip hop, rap music, and like that's just what I grew up on. But my cousin had introduced me to kind of like that other genre, like house. Yeah, I guess that, and like Tiesto and stuff like that. And I started listening to a lot of Flume, Disclosure, and stuff like that. And I was like, man, this is some like really cool music. Like, I would like to learn how to do something like this. But going back to what I was saying, I grew up on hip hop and stuff like that. So I forgot about the house music. And then I dove straight into like just hip hop and rap. And I was doing that for like the longest time while I was trying to learn how to like actually produce music. But I never really forgot like where I wanted it to like originally start at, right? So I started making house music again, and I'm just like, man, this is a lot of fun, because I like to groove, and like I like to dance and like stuff like that. And I went to EDC, and like that was a lot of fun. And yeah, and it was really cool. So like that like stuck with me like throughout the years, and I was just like, man, doing a lot of remixes, a lot of flips and stuff like that, and then just I just have fun. I have a lot more fun making house music, honestly.
Yeah.
But I do love making like hip hop beats and stuff like that because I just have fun making music in general. But
Right.
as of late, house music has been like my go-to, you know. So I'll switch back and forth.
I feel like with house or even EDM, like, and it's kind of weird to think about it too, but like it feels more freeing. Like you can kind of go anywhere you want with it, right? And I feel with hip hop now, it's like, yeah, you can be more free with it and like create what you want, but it's like there's like some core stuff to like hip hop where you can't, like, I don't know. There's like JPEG Mafia, who's one person we've been talking about, who does like a lot of experimental shit, and that's kind of coming back more so than like the mainstream of what you hear is like now is like trap music. I think. And I don't know if you heard, but like rap music isn't charting the way it was like a year ago.
Okay.
So
yeah, so that's funny that you bring that up because I was having a conversation with my homie Lottie. Shout out to Lottie. We do 808 Saints together. He kind of was like, hip hop is kind of, and this is his words, so don't quote me on it. But he was just like, hip hop is kind of dead. And it's saturated.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily say dead, but like super saturated because like all we hear is trap. We don't hear anymore.
The beat's
like,
fire.
Yeah, but we don't really.
It doesn't mean that like it's bad. It's
right.
just that like you get so lost in. If you hear too much or experience too much of a good thing, you don't notice. The best thing anymore, you know, like there's nothing that stands
it's
out.
It's normal then, like once
like
once you just do it too much, it's like okay, you're used to this.
Everything sounds
like
like
once you live in your mansion for 3 years, you're just like used to it. It's not like awesome anymore.
Yeah, flashy.
It could be the best.
It's not bougie
that we would ever experience, but because we're experiencing it in the middle of so much good things, you just can't point it out. It's like you know when Kanye was dropping his My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was the only thing that sounded like that at the time.
For real.
But if that same album would have dropped right now, would it hit the same?
No.
Probably
not. Nah, I don't think
no.
So.
Because
but
also like at the time it wasn't, you know, it's the same thing. Like we just we're so flooded with such good music that it's like to sound different is like
it's not cool anymore. Ursa.
Not even that it's
no.
Cool, it's just like it's so hard to do. Like
yeah.
you can't sound new because like,
right, you can't be original. Like everything's been done already. Like
so something
you know?
Like to be new, you have to take experiences from other things. Right. Like you have to take like
tell a different story.
Yeah, you sample things. You sample things. Like that's what sampling is. That's what like becoming a new genre is that like you take elements of other genres and you make a new genre, right? So it's like right now because it happens so fast, you immediately can hear and see it. Oh yeah, you immediately can hear and see it so fast that you can just like point 1 and 2. Yeah. Versus like when we hear a sample from when we were in high school, is that like, what does that sound like? And then we remember that like, oh, I heard that song when I was like 10 years old.
Right.
Shit like that.
The way I've kind of explained it to myself, and I think we've talked about it too, is that I kind of remember this same like kind of history repeating itself, where I don't know if you remember like 2005-ish, 2006, where it was like Southern rap, like Southern hip hop was like going off the charts, like well, like Paul Wall and like fucking like 3 6 Mafia and you know Slim Thug and all of Atlanta, like Lil Jon and like all those artists too that came out of Atlanta. Like the South was raining around that time, but it got so saturated to the point where it's like
at that time that was a new sound for the rest of the country.
And then you started hearing people like the Cool Kids, like this is experimental rap coming out. It was like different and it sounded different. It's kind of more like poppy, hipsterish, like kind of in a way.
Like rock type album.
And then like from that it birthed like it birthed like your Kid Cudis and like your Logics and like you know like kind of like even Skizzy Mars. I don't know if you ever listened to Skizzy Mars like back in the day. Like he was kind of like an indie rapper where it was like that. It was different hip hop where it was like people from the hood would listen to it and be like, this shit is lame.
Or like Tech Nine.
Tech Nine even, yeah. Tech Nine too. Like
he was a little different.
Right.
I really wouldn't consider
even
him
Kid
like
Cudi, like people in high school like that I went to high school with, like they would be like, oh, like he's cool, but like he ain't like what's what everyone's listening to.
Right,
You know,
right,
like
right.
See, I grew up in Ohio.
right. Well,
And
everybody's listening to that.
And Tech, in Ohio, like Tech Nine was like he's up there. I mean,
Is that where he's from?
no, he's from Mississippi, I think.
Really?
No, Kansas City. He's from Kansas City. Yeah,
Okay.
Kansas City is where.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It's not Kansas. It's
Missouri.
I think it's Missouri. I was about to
It's
say
like Kansas
Missouri.
lies in the middle of like both the
Right.
states.
I think it's Missouri.
Yeah. So
Cause there's a
he's up there because of that song I'm gonna tell.
City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Is that them? They are from Missouri.
I don't know, cause they got the Chiefs, and then they also have the baseball team, the Royals, and I don't really know what state they reside in.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, wherever, Missouri or Kansas.
We're here for sports.
Yeah.
For music. We're music people.
Yeah.
Once we started talking about teams, I was like,
I'm
yeah,
not good with
whatever y'all
sports.
decide is what y'all decide.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Let's just leave a general consensus of like what's going on.
But yeah, like rap, hip hop is just at a weird time right now where it's like, what's next?
So, like, what
You
do
know.
y'all think of, like, y'all remember the song Passion Fruit by Drake? Whenever I first heard it, I'm like, oh, I like this music. Like, we need more music like this. So he dropped a whole nother album, Honestly Nevermind. And that whole album sounds like Passion Fruit. What kind of music would y'all consider that? Because
Honestly,
That-
never mind.
That's like a house.
House.
Yeah.
Because so
Beyonce.
All did a house music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Music at the
I
time.
love that fucking album.
So one of the producers that was on there was Carnage. And Carnage
Okay.
is obviously like a pretty like
Yeah.
well known like
EDM.
EDM house producer.
He goes by something else now, right?
Gordo.
Yeah, Gordo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, him and who is it?
Hey, fat. You want to go outside and play?
It's him and G-Eazy. They collab a lot.
Yes.
And they have a mixtape. It's like him and Gordo or something like that.
Yeah.
But they have a mixtape where like he does. Dude, honestly, so just back to him. Like he does a really good job of. He does hip hop. But I feel like he dabbles in EDM. But when he dabbles in EDM, he goes really hard on it.
Talking about Carnage? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So you know he actually produced what song is it? Bricks, 100 Brick by Migos.
Mhm.
Yeah, he made that track.
Yeah.
Started
I
with
believe
100
it, I
Brick.
believe it.
Yeah.
So at that time, like there was a lot of hip hop artists. Like
Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Was it not in there all the way? That's what she said.
like,
Good one.
Like a lot of feedback.
bro.
Yes.
No, like The
Office
Office.
fans.
Bro,
Office
don't bump it.
fans.
There's a switch on it too. It might be.
Prison Mike. I'm
Prison Mike with the purple bandana.
Dude, at work we have like a Zoom chat where we chat like everyone in the
need
company,
to
and I
just
had
hold the
Prison
board?
Mike as my picture for like
As
the
you
first
should.
2 years.
As you should.
Because I didn't want them to think I was so young that I didn't know anything. So
Hello. We're good.
Okay, cool.
working in corporate, like if you are young, they're
You
gonna
wanna take
think
a
you
shot?
don't know shit.
Well, Iris already took hers.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I was sipping.
Wow. I
was
thought we were all
sipping.
gonna like take shots together. I didn't know we were at our own pace. Damn. All right.
You gotta finish the bottle.
Shit.
No, I'm just.
No, I was about to say.
Everyone would
Dude,
regret
okay,
that. I gotta
so
work at 8 a.m.
if you had ever seen like the early stages of this podcast,
Oh,
We're
dude.
finishing the bottles or what?
or
Yes.
not y'all, like they
Every
she
night.
she would get the bottle.
That's
But,
crazy.
like,
I forgot about
Let
that.
me just say this: if you host a party and you want a bartender,
You want everyone to get
and you want
fucked up.
hire her.
Right here,
because-
I will get everyone
She's gonna be-
fucked
she's gonna
up.
be Like what you got, what you want.
If someone's not
want one
passed out
shot.
on the ground within the first 2 hours, I'm doing a bad job.
Have you seen that video of the lady who was like 2 shots of vodka or whatever? She's
Everyone
just like,
always
go, go,
tags
go,
me in
go,
that.
go.
Literally, every
That's you or
time.
what?
Yes.
So how she is here is how it used to be in Ohio. That's how in Ohio people would be like, yo, dude, you pour your shit too strong. Dude, no.
Yeah.
She pours.
I don't even mean to.
Honestly, kind of like my drink a little strong.
If I'm gonna go ahead and waste my time drinking it, might as well drink as much of it as I
Because
can.
this is how she gives you the drink.
Okay, but have you seen me fucked up?
Yes.
When?
What's that one place? Ah, damn. I'm blanking on the name.
I don't
What's the-
remember, obviously, because I was fucked up.
Ah,
Nickel
damn.
City?
Yes, I had left. I had left.
The land of the sliders.
But you didn't know I was fucked up.
I knew
No.
because I told Dennis the next day. Because I was like, something was weird. Something was different because like.
Okay, well, if you knew I was fucked up, you should have stopped me.
I did. Well,
No, you
I
didn't.
was like, well, no, I was like, do you want
Oops,
to
sorry.
have a drink? And you were like, no, I think I should go. so she got there because like I was already
No.
there, and I
Then I wasn't that fucked up because if
said
I was
going
fucked up,
there.
I would
said
have taken that drink.
Remember, I was going to Nickel City, and I invited y'all, and then y'all went somewhere else, and then y'all had finished there, and then
we went home. Like we went home after we left.
Well, I thought you guys were gonna meet me at Nickel City.
I thought so too.
So I went there. And then she was the only one who showed up. But she was thinking that y'all were about to show up, but she had already.
I didn't
pre-gamed.
want to get fucked up without backup. Okay.
She had already pre-gamed, but when she got there, she like I could tell she was like,
I'm just like.
I'm waiting for everybody to get here so I can keep drinking. I was like, yo, I can just tell. but she was like,
I wasn't that fucked up then if I was still good enough for me to say, no, I need to stop. Because when I'm fucked up, I don't stop, right, Dennis? I do not fucking
like
stop.
a werewolf, you're just
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you just keep
like,
going.
I drag everyone
But
down
maybe
with
it's
me.
like-
I'm like, come on,
maybe it's 'cause, like, that was the
motherfuckers.
first time that like I had like experienced you not.
Wow.
Well, I'd also
The first time? You know how many times I was fucked up before that?
At that time, that day. So, like, I wasn't at your level. I feel like normally I'm at your level where, like, it doesn't notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I feel like her sometimes like the more she drinks, she like gets right. Yeah.
It like counteracts itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No cocaine needed.
Hey, well let's take this shot.
The more
Let's
shots
do
I
it.
have, the more sober.
Shout out to
Right.
Seshun.
Cheers.
Shout out to the juice. That wasn't bad. I feel like now it's getting to the point where it's like
Yeah,
It's
we've
like-
had enough in our system to.
it's like water.
Yeah, right.
Getting so hot.
Yeah.
Well, in other world news right now, I don't know if you heard, but Mexico pulled up some old alien corpses.
I
You
did
see that shit?
No.
I did see that.
Crazy.
How did I not see
That looks like me after like 3 blunts. I'm just. Hey, let my ass off.
Do y'all ever get so
That's
that y'all
funny.
feel like that girl on the couch from like the
Oh, where she's like deflated into the couch.
Oh.
that the other day?
I've
Like
had a
don't-
few nights
the-
like that.
Like
yeah.
the don't do
I'm like,
drugs.
damn, I'm that bitch right now.
Right?
I can't
Damn.
even move right now.
That's funny.
There's a few instances.
It's the first of the morning one that gets you like that sometimes.
So I recently had
Yeah.
someone ask me, they're like, what happens when you smoke too much? And I was just like, I just fall asleep.
You wake up.
You either throw up or you fall asleep, and I've never thrown up, so I'm usually just passing out if I smoke too much.
Is that
Ow.
crossfaded? You get crossfaded,
Yes.
just like.
Yeah, that's when it's a different situation, bro.
I feel like now I'm good. Like
You're in the
I'm,
danger zone.
I'm good. Like I can smoke or drink, you know. But you back then, I was like, drink. It was always the thing. Is like, no, I'm gonna smoke first and then drink, so I can kind of like lead into it. Because if you like drink and then you go to smoke, it'll fuck you up.
That never happened to me.
Really? Is the other way around?
No, there was no way I could do either one and I would be fine. But whenever I did stop smoking for a while and then I drank and smoked,
Oh yeah.
I was out of there.
Hey,
Out of there.
do y'all have dreams when you smoke? Like, if you're
No.
smoking?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I don't either.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people trip out. They're like, "You don't dream?" I was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
And but like apparently like
it's bad.
is
Supposedly
it?
It's bad. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I watched this thing with Joe Rogan, and like it was a podcast with Joe Rogan, this like sleep doctor, and he said that because he asked him that, he's like, you know, people say that they don't dream when they smoke weed or do drugs and stuff. He's like, yeah, like even drinking too, like sometimes like it's like holding your dreams back, so it's like pushing it back, and it's like it's a sleep thing too. Like you gotta dream every night, you gotta sleep every night and get 8 hours of sleep or whatever. The
So
hell
maybe
you-
that's why I don't
One
get
of
good
the
sleep.
theories that I
Dude,
Because
heard
I'm
yeah.
not dreaming.
is when you're dreaming,
Honestly,
that's
yeah.
your brain getting rid of all the junk.
right.
That's one
Really?
it's not. It's like a kind of a theory from people back then, like doctors, like sleep doctors back then. They say you need to dream so that your brain gets rid of all the junk for the day, so that you're not like RAM. Like you know how computers have RAM.
Yes.
Like if you use up all the RAM, then you're fucked. But your brain gets rid of all the extra shit in your dreams.
Damn.
But
I like to smoke though.
for me, whenever I smoke, it like makes my dreams normal. Whenever I stop smoking, I had the worst fucking nightmares. Like it
Okay,
was
yes.
terrifying.
Yes.
And I
have
could remember
nightmares.
them so bad. I'd wake up like literally crying, like the world's about to end type shit.
Okay,
like-
so the other day, like this is some crazy shit. I was so we were in the middle of getting a new mattress, my girl and I, and we were just kind of like sleeping on the couch and shit like that. And it was like probably like 2 a.m, and she had just woken up because she was just like, you know, tossing and turning.
Yeah.
But she had woken up just in time to witness me like jumping out of my sleep and like going like, what the fuck, and like swinging. But I had felt someone looking at me and like putting their hand on my chest. So that's why I woke up like all fucking aggressive. And she looked at me. She's like,
Was it 3 a.m.?
it was like it was like early in the morning, like 2, 3 in the morning. And she's like, she looked at me and she's like, what the fuck just happened? I was just like, I felt like someone was like watching me and putting some like hands on me. So that's why I woke up swinging.
Just watching you sleep like.
Let's say your sleep paralysis demon.
So I told her, I was like,
Sleep paralysis?
it's happened to me, before, bro. It happened to me one time.
But I think if you smoke, that happens to you more often because your brain's just like shut down.
But it
once you
felt
pass
like
out.
so real. It felt like really real, like to the point where I was like really scared and like I was sweating and I was just like, man, this is kind of crazy.
If you start getting a lot of sleep paralysis, just call me and I'll walk you through it.
Look at that eye. He
Okay,
has
cool.
on.
Wait, the necklace or
The
the bracelet?
ojos, both of them, all of them.
Okay. Damn.
Get that thing on me.
So I actually got a tattoo like that too. It's an Aztec god.
Okay. Yeah.
Olin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Dude,
look at it later. I got
Yeah.
blood.
I'll
like-
show you later.
Just keep the evil eye on you. Ward off some bad, juju,
Yeah.
bad vibes. Whatever you can do to keep bad vibes off of you.
I think a lot of people bring it to themselves with their negative thoughts. Like,
Yeah.
if you see the world bad, then you're going to be afraid and you're always going to have like that scary monkey on your back or something
Well,
bringing
also
you down.
I got that for you if you want it. It's just sparkling water.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Cool, appreciate that.
Like
If you think bad things all the time, then bad things are going to happen to you.
recently, I don't remember who said it. Someone around me, but
It was
like,
me.
It was me.
But someone was talking about like that the like devils come for people who are like doing well, doing good too. So like if you're on
They
your
want
right
that
path,
money.
if you're on your
Oh,
right
yeah.
path, like they're gonna come for you even harder.
That's why they
yeah.
that
So-
whole
so it's like-
Illuminati shit.
Yes.
People that have the
Yeah, 'cause,
money.
like they want to keep they want to
More
bring
money,
you
more
back,
problems.
So like
More
so
money, more problems.
I just think that
Hey,
put
I
that thing on you. You know what I'm saying? So
I had a wild conversation today with one of my customers, and it's the second time he's been in.
he gets the ones that want to like put him into a cult.
Oh damn.
No.
Okay.
He
They,
gets-
they
he
get
gets-
all
he
like.
gets- he
I
gets
hate
ones
having
that like want to be his
conversations at
daddy
work.
and shit.
It's
Hell
not, no. What the fuck?
Sorry.
No, it's not even that.
Damn.
It's not even that.
They're like, what's that dude
You
from
attract
Family
that
Guy?
kind of energy.
The old dude.
When they're done,
It's the curls.
They go like this.
What? No. No, we just didn't like the first time he came in. We were like getting into it, and he was telling me about like just crazy shit that's going on like around the world, and he's like into it, and he has people that I guess are linked to some elites. That's what he said.
To what?
Elites.
Okay.
What kind of elites? Like
Well, so-
Freemason elites?
No,
or-
not even. I think he's just like the guy who's talking about, he's from the UK. I'm not gonna say like what he is.
Drake.
No, I'm not gonna spit so much information out.
No, 21.
He's
He's from the
rich guy
UK.
from the
Oh, yeah,
21,
yeah,
25.
yeah.
But he
All
works-
right, love.
I don't know why I
He
thought
works
I
with
got
the
his
government.
face
He got
for ya.
deported like a few years. Anyways, go ahead.
Sorry.
My bad.
He works with the government somehow. But,
Oh shit.
But he comes over here and he said he wants to buy land over here because shit's about to go down and he wants to come back to the US. I'm
Fuck.
like, why the US?
Go down in the UK.
Oh, yeah,
Or-
like Europe, like all that.
Honestly, I think
Intermission over.
So where were we? We're taking a shot.
Yes. I need to pour mine.
Another one.
So while we take this shot, I want you to think about what really got you passionate about music in the first place.
Okay.
While we take the shot.
Okay. I'll answer afterwards, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the question?
she's trying to be all out on the porno.
Right.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
Fuck me up over it. No, look, we're already through halfway through the bottle. So.
Yep.
I know
There we go.
the Rob episode, like, we're like, oh, we're not doing much with the bottle, and he's like, yeah, you gotta do more, and then like by the end of it, it was like, it's kind of gone.
Yeah.
The whiskey bottle. Hey, that was good though. The what is it?
The vanilla.
Vanilla Crown. Yeah, vanilla
Wait,
Crown.
That's 70%.
was that what we were drinking when he was
It's
here?
smoother to
Yeah.
drink.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't drink any of that, right?
It's
Why?
Not, it's not a couldn't drink. I just like I
shit
was
was
choosing
so
not
good.
to
Took a
drink for
break.
like a month. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it was during that time.
The
Okay.
Crown vanilla with cherry vanilla Coke, top notch.
Which I would say like
Top
it,
notch.
like just take a month off.
I might do that.
Yeah, dude, just take
I
a
might do
I
that.
need
And
to.
I might do that with all substances.
4 months of smoking.
Weed and drinking. I don't do anything else, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted. When I say all substances, I mean 2. All right? Don't think I'm out here just, like, doing all this shit. Like,
Same. It was like so. If you do it okay, like in a healthy way, right, and you can still take the month off. So since drinking, then like you'll do it even less than the first time, because like at that time I was doing it like I was having at least a beer 5 to 6 days a week, right? So since then I've only drank like 3, maybe 4 days out of the week, and we're talking like a beer a day.
so, like, the cadence has gone down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like okay, you just get the habit's not there anymore. Yeah, like you just
Yeah.
you figure out something to replace it.
I was literally about to ask, like, if you...
Smokers, that's what they say about smokers too. Is it like
I'll tell you
it's
that
like
experience.
that
I did the 4-month no smoking.
yeah. So
Damn.
It's like you don't
It
necessarily
took,
replace
like
the
a whole ass month for
addiction,
me
you
to
replace the habit.
stop having weird nightmares and like weird sweats, because whenever you're like detoxing off of it, you start like sweating so much. It's like,
Yeah.
so fucking weird. I'm like, what
From
is
weed?
wrong with me? Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
you sweat a lot. You have like these crazy ass dreams, like, and then you can't sleep. I would stay up till like 2 a.m. just trying to sleep, and then for the first month, and then after that, I finally chilled out. But the first time I got stoned, it was worth it. 'Cause
I mean, how was it when you like quit eating red meat or like burgers and stuff like that? When you like decided to,
I
was
felt
it,
lighter. So
but was it hard at first? Like, was it like you were like, damn?
everyone that does it loves it.
No,
Everyone that
it
stops
wasn't- it
eating
wasn't-
meat
it wasn't-
fucking
yeah.
loves it.
because like okay,
I
so
feel like for me it was hard when I like because there was a point in my life where I did stop, and like it got to the point where like I would get around people who were eating it, and I felt sick because I was
The
like,
smell
but it was
of
around
it?
that time where I was like
Mm.
trying to stop.
I didn't have that because like so I've always had
Wait, let's take the shot.
like oh yeah
I
dude.
forgot about it. Dang,
Cheers.
What do you got?
podcast.
What do you got in your? What the,
A little
He
bit,
filled it up.
a little bit of that, a little bit of this.
can you repeat the question?
He filled it
You
up
see,
too
you see
much.
that face he made?
It's getting to him.
I thought it was more Topo Chico than tequila, but I thought it was the opposite.
I saw
That's
that
why
pour.
I'm saying you don't mix it, because this shit, like, the more you mix it, the more you taste the tequila. It's weird.
My
That's how
guy's
I
my
feel.
guy's like another intermission.
Jesus Christ.
The elevator music. I don't remember what we're talking about.
Aliens in Mexico.
No.
Oh,
I had
we
asked him
did
a
touch on
question,
that.
That's what we were talking about right before that.
But no,
Oh,
I
Michael.
asked him a
Yeah,
question.
you asked me a question. You asked me my inspiration to make music, right? Or like what, like?
that was literally right before we
Yeah.
information.
So, you getting a fax or what?
Ghost.
Who's faxing you at this hour?
Oh, hell no. That's
I actually,
a ghost.
I actually had to send a fax the other day, and that was my first time sending a fax over, bro.
Was there something
The
fucked up?
beeps.
What do you mean, like fucked up?
I feel like if you have to send a fax nowadays, it's some confidential shit that like
Okay, yes, it was.
yeah.
But why couldn't you just scan it and email it?
Because they didn't give us that option. So I was faxing.
Receipts.
Yeah, I was faxing over a form from my girlfriend. She lost a paycheck from a job,
Oh, shit.
and the state was like contacting her like, "Hey, this is your final notice to like collect this check.
Yeah.
Either you send it in the mail or you fax it."
Fucking-
And she's like, "Well, can you fax it your job?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I was over there just like fucking with the machine and like typing the number in. I was just like, I've never faxed anything before, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and I did it.
Honestly, the fact that our government still operates that
That's
way.
what I'm
that is-
thinking. I'm like, they have all the best technology. Why the fuck are you sending a fax? Why is that even an
Well,
option?
it's like you can only contact me during these hours. Like, you are petty. You're petty.
Yeah.
You're petty.
But yeah,
So-
they want us to work 24 hours and just suffer and die. But
Um,
Tax. Let me get that tax.
but back to your question. Enough about the faxing. So my my want to like pursue music and like my inspiration all came from my dad. Excuse me. So my dad's not a musician, but he's like a huge fan of music. So growing up, you know, whenever he would get home from work, his way to like relax and like let go of the day and stuff like that would be, you know, have a couple beers, play some music like loud,
yeah,
and just like jam out and just do his thing, right?
forget about the rest of the world.
Yeah, just like kind of like go into his own world, you know, still like deal with us or whatever we were doing. And he tried to get my older sisters into music, and he bought them like, he tried to do like piano lessons, and he bought like an organ, and then he tried to buy, he bought and I think he did this by accident because he didn't know what was what, and he bought a synthesizer thinking it was a keyboard for my
Yeah.
sisters to practice on. And I still have the synthesizer. I actually like got it
That's
from him. I was like,
awesome.
"Hey man, you still got that?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Let me get that." I was like,
Yeah.
"Let me see if I can fix this thing up or see if it's still working and like see if I can use it, right?" So he bought a whole ass synthesizer. It's cool as fuck. But he would come home, you know, have his beers, play his music, and then he would jump on like the organ and like just dabble on the organ. Like he didn't even know what the fuck he was doing, bro. And growing up, I would see that, and it just like had a really big influence on me. And you know, he liked to dance a lot, and I would dance with him as like a little kid or whatever in my diapers and shit. And so a lot of that, huh?
Hitting the two-step.
Nah, man. So I grew up in California, right? So like we didn't do two-step over
I
there.
don't even know what a two-step is. I just say that as like a go-to step.
Go to step. Let me
Yeah, all I know is the going
When I
to
say
that.
two-step,
Let me
I
see,
just mean that like you. Just,
Yeah, right.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Do your little dance,
Do
right?
your little dance.
Yeah.
When I say hit a two-step,
Do your little dance.
Yeah.
Well, in Texas.
Right.
There's
But
no
yeah.
me here, I'm sorry.
So like my
Yeah.
biggest influence was my dad. So he loved music. He just like listened to it. He liked to try to not make his own, but he just like try to play along to like the songs that he was listening to and shit like that. So
Imagine if he had YouTube.
right,
Yeah.
that motherfucker probably would have been a composer. He would have.
All your siblings would have been there, just each with a different instrument.
Yeah.
Would have been your guys' Selena movie.
Exactly, right? So I owe it to him for putting me on the path that I am now. And you know, every time that someone asks me that question, I always shout my dad out because he's like the biggest influence that I've had as far as like music goes and all that. So you know, shout out to my pops for sure.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
What's a question that you wish people would ask you?
I don't really know, bro. I really don't know. That's a good question.
I got a good
That's
question.
Okay, let me hear it.
What was your CD collection looking like? Like back in like the 2000s. Like what was like you'd go to your CD collection, pull out like whatever. What was it looking like?
Top 4.
Okay, so I did a lot of I burned a lot of CDs.
Okay.
So my CD collection was just like
mixed.
mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I guess technically like mixtapes, right? But growing up, I had a lot of different like I was exposed to a lot of different genres, right? So like I said, I was in California. My brother-in-law that married my oldest sister, I've known him since I was like 2, and he put me on to like Tupac, Snoop, the East Siders, all that West Coast music, right?
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
grew up listening to that. So I would burn CDs with like that kind of music. But then when I moved to Texas, my homies that lived next door to me, their dad put me on to like a lot of rock, Led Zeppelin, Metallica, like all that shit, right? But then my sisters listen to a lot of R&B and like a lot of oldies, so like Al Green,
Nice.
fucking 112. Y'all know 112?
I never heard of one. So
You never heard of 112?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to go listen to some 112.
Bet.
Yeah.
Go to that R&B playlist we got.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah. So it's a lot of old school R&B. So I was exposed to like a variety of like music, and what was the question?
Oh, what was your CD collection? Looking
Okay. So yeah, so back to that. I just had like a mix, but when I actually started buying CDs, let's see what did I have? I had the deluxe of like the Life After Death, no, Biggie
yeah.
Smalls. I had documentary by The Game,
Okay.
Carter 3.
Green Day CD.
I did.
Okay.
I had a bunch of Green Day CDs.
I need to know
Hey.
that you had a
I
Green
fucking
Day
had a
CD.
lot of Green Day CDs, bro.
Green Day
I
was
love
the
Green Day.
fucking shit.
For myself, shit, that's a good question. I'm trying to think right now. It might have been that Biggie deluxe, like 2-disc and all that. And I remember because like I bought that in Mexico. Because everything was yeah. I was just like, I was like, everything's cheaper in Mexico. Like, I'm gonna buy my CDs out here, bro. Yeah. So
the DVD and everything.
I bought the Biggie one, and
Damn.
after that, what else did I have? Oh, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. I had to
Okay,
get that.
Yeah. Classic.
That
Classic,
same,
classic.
CD?
yeah,
Damn. Okay.
You still have it?
Yep.
Damn,
Same
you
year-
gotta keep that. That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
relic.
same
For
year
real,
I
that's
bought Daft Punk. That last album that they came out with.
Yeah.
I bought Random Access Memories.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? That's
Yep,
what it's called,
yep.
right? Yeah. Daft Punk, because I'm a huge Daft Punk fan too, bro. I love Daft
Dude,
Punk, bro.
my kids till this day, like they love, like I'll just put that on YouTube, like the music video.
yeah, dude. that's a
Either
classic right there,
one
bro.
of those, like they just go off. They just
So I bought.
That song Lucky, that song
Yeah,
always-
with
every
Pharrell.
time
That's
I
what
think
Yeah,
Pharrell.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the song I think of. Lucky,
So Daft
every
Punk,
fucking
and
time.
then
That's what I was
I bought ASAP Rocky's first album, because that's like around the same
Purple
time.
Swag one.
Long Live ASAP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Live
Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah. Because the one before that was a mixtape.
Everything is purple.
So like his
Love Live ASAP. Or
Goddamn.
Long-
that mixtape was.
We were
So
listening
I-
to
so
today,
I-
dude.
so
Yeah.
It's funny because like
Yeah, dude.
dude, it's funny because like
Crazy, bro.
randomly like him and I won't talk about it, but like randomly we'll be like on the same vibe of like certain songs,
Yeah.
and so today he was just randomly playing like songs from that mixtape.
Yep.
But last night I was like going through all those music videos of that old ASAP, and I was like, damn, dude, like this is such a good time.
Purple Swag.
Damn, yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
get
That's
lit.
why I like my favorite.
Get
lit.
Get lit, bro. That's my shit.
Or
Fashion Killer before
what's the one-
before he got his whole Rihanna, like, dude, like
I don't
That's-
know. I
that's
still
just
really
good
like
time.
Live Long, like that song that's like Live.
oh
I
yeah,
can't say the other one.
no,
What's the
it's
other
still
one?
it's
Y'all know what
Dripping
it's
Pink,
still-
right? Or
Yes. That was
it's
a good
not,
one
it's
too.
not on the streaming platforms because I think
I think
beat
it's like on
was-
SoundCloud
some
though.
shit, yeah.
But that's a dope song.
Dude,
that's
I
a dope
love-
song.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah.
off
Song
that
that y'all have
mixtape.
heard that's only on on SoundCloud.
I have a lot of Wiz Khalifa songs that are on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Songs on SoundCloud
But
that
now they're on streaming services, like all those old mixtapes. But going back, I know for sure because I watched the podcast. I think it was Rob maybe. But you were talking about like the early mixtapes around that era. But you talk about Cardo, how you like your Cardo, the producer.
Bro, that's my fucking guy right there. I love
Yeah.
his production style. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I
bro.
mirror it off of. But
Wait, didn't you meet him?
Yeah.
Is that the one
you
Well,
met
yeah.
him?
Dude, yeah, I was gonna segue into that, but yeah, I met him because we went to the ASAP Rocky tour. Like it's me and my homie Ben. You know Ben.
Ben Jamin.
Shout out Ben. But yeah, we went and we watched. It was the whole ASAP mob, but it was mainly ASAP Rocky, and it was around that era where he was like doing Peso and like all those.
Was it when he was with he did a tour with Wiz Khalifa?
No, it's before that. It's before that because
Okay.
we went to that too. We went to that too.
The
Yeah.
Days and Blazed.
Yeah, it was at Dos
Jackson.
Equis.
Yep.
Yeah. We
I
used
went to that,
yeah.
bro. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. That was
We
a good
used-
because they had
dude.
B.O.B. there too. Like they had a good
Did
ass.
you get the tour shirt?
I did.
I did too, but someone stole it from me, bro. I
That
don't have it
fucking
no more.
sucks because that's an awesome.
It's a
tour shirt.
badass
Yeah.
shirt.
It
I'm pi-
just
Ah!
because
Makes me pissed every time I think about
I
it.
actually
think about it.
wore it. So I actually wore that shirt to the most recent Wiz Khalifa concert whenever he was here with Snoop Dogg.
Okay, yeah.
That was like a few weeks ago.
yeah.
I wore that one and I
Ooh.
was just like, I'm a vet.
Someone stole my shirt. Someone stole that shirt.
Apparel y'all got from like the best concerts.
Dude,
Like, you want to like save it?
honestly, I still
I'm
have
saving
my.
it. I'm all about buying T-shirts
Right.
for concerts because
It's like a time. What do they call it? Times keep
yeah.
or whatever.
So I can't wait to like let my daughter wear those shirts.
Yeah.
Like those, she's gonna be like, oh, this is my dad's shirt. Like he went to this
Right.
concert, like this and this and that, and like so like the last show I went to was actually Los Tigres del Norte.
Ooh, let's go.
Bro, that shit
I told
was
my dad. I sent
lit.
it to my dad. I'm like, let's go to this. He just sent ha 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 back.
So the JAJA, yeah. I already knew.
That's all he sent back, and I'm like, so does that mean you want to go or no?
So we got hooked up actually. So my cousin's husband actually works for them.
Damn.
So we got free tickets, bro. Granted, they weren't like the best, but like still free tickets, bro. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
And
like,
my dad's from Monterrey too, so that
Really?
would've been.
that's what's up. So yeah, they hooked us up with tickets, and it turns out that it was my dad's like first concert like ever in his fucking entire
Damn.
life. I was like, Dad, you never been to a concert?
That's crazy.
He's like, nah, I've never been. And I kind of had a feeling. I was like, this is probably his first concert, and like, cause I guess, yeah, exactly, because we got in there, and he's just like, what? Can we sit right there? I'm just like, nah, man, like, people paid for those tickets. He's like, well, why? They're empty. I was like, Dad, like, everybody shows up kind of late, like this and this and that. Everybody's filters in, like, you already know the raza. Like, we
Yeah,
don't
you
ever
should have
show.
been like yes until they show up.
Yeah,
¿Por qué estás en mis pinches asientos?
yeah. So I was trying to avoid that at all costs.
I'll sit there until they get here.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that at all costs because, like, if I have a few beers in me and I'm at a concert and, like, someone's trying to step to my family,
Oh yeah.
then I'm a step to them, right? You know what I'm saying? And, like, my family is not like that outside, like, my dad, outside of my dad. Me and, like, I'm the spitting image of my pops. So me and him would get down, but everyone else would be like, no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I went to Los Tigres del Norte, and it was cool as fuck. It was a cool experience. That's my first time going to, like, a norteño, like, concert.
Damn.
And
have
it was
to
a
go
whole
next
ass
time.
vibe, bro.
You see this shit with I think it's him and Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine.
Mhm.
They had a concert together. You see that shit?
Didn't they do like did they do a song or
Yeah.
did they just perform together?
No, I think they did a song.
I
Maybe like 2 or 3 songs.
I remember hearing something about that. Yeah.
Dude, shout out to Zach
Classic.
De La Rocha.
Yeah, for real. Shout
Yeah.
out to him.
Yeah. For real.
I actually
That's the
seen
homie.
I seen Rage
Thank
Against
you.
the Machine, but it's minus them, so it's Prophet's Rage. So it's minus Zach De La Rocha, but it was like they had Be Real from Cypress Hill
Yep.
and Chuck D from Public Enemy. And they like replaced him. Basically, they were like the ones who were singing the main lyrics of Zach De La Rocha with Rage Against the Machine. But it was at Dos Equis Pavilion, or what is it now? They changed it up here.
It's Dos Equis, yeah.
Oh,
It
it's
used to
still-
be Jex.
Jackson,
then-
Starplex.
Was it Star?
Yeah, Starplex.
I don't think I was there at that time.
Yeah. No, it was like the Arlington Starplex. Arlington Starplex.
That place is in Irving. Dos Equis Pavilion's in Irving. There's
No,
it's not.
No. Dos Equis is in Dallas. It's like it's by Fair Park.
Yeah, it's like where they do it's
No,
where
you're
they-
talking about the Toyota Music,
factory. Yeah.
the pavilion. Yeah.
Yeah, factory. But that's where we went to go see Mac DeMarco.
Oh, that must have been a cool
Dude,
show.
it was cool.
That's where we went.
Yeah,
I could've
so-
swore we were at the Dos Equis
No, because it's far away. It's like
No,
ass in of
Out
fucking
there.
Dallas.
The stratosphere.
Go see Willie Nelson at that Dos Equis Pavilion. That's where we saw Mac DeMarco.
No.
It was the same place. with
No.
the lawn in the back. I pinky promise you.
No.
Promise.
Their cousin
Dos
Phil
Equis
Harvey.
has
Yeah.
the lawn in the back. I promise.
Check
you,
the
dude. I
Snapchat
can-
No, so
memories.
does
Check
so
the
does
Snapchat
Toyota.
memories.
So does Toyota. No,
No, I remember.
Yeah.
we went to go see Mac DeMarco at the Toyota factory because it was
How much you
far.
wanna bet?
Toyota.
Look it up right now.
How much you want to bet?
$20.
You can
$20.
actually you can look that shit up. Yeah,
A
you
shot.
can literally
A shot?
you can
I gotta pee.
you can literally look up Mac DeMarco
Take
whatever
off the headphones
Toyota
down.
Music Factory and it'll tell you right.
They were at the Dos Equis pavilion.
All right.
Look it up. Look it up.
You saying Toyota?
Where is the Toyota place? Where's the Toyota
It's
stadium?
in Frisco.
Frisco, not Irving.
There's
It's
I feel like
not.
there's 2 Toyota places. Like I
There's
feel
the
like there's
Grand
one
Prairie
in
one.
Irving. No,
The
nope,
Verizon Theater in Grand
that's not
Prairie.
a Verizon Theater anymore.
Oh
Because
my
that's where the Tigres del Norte were at.
What the fuck is
They're
it
like
now?
they're like Texas Trust Center. It's like a bank name now.
Oh, TDCU, TDECU, that one.
Yeah. But I know what
Are
you're
you
talking
looking
about.
up? Which one?
Toyota Music Factory.
Oh.
Los Colinas Boulevard.
That Las Colinas. That's like Frisco, like
Yeah.
that North Dallas area.
Okay, then where's the Dos Equis one then? Like,
That's like
what's
sou-
the
that's like
difference?
South
So they both have a
South
lawn?
Dallas, no?
Dos Equis Pavilion is in
Damn.
I'm telling you, who's that? Toyota.
Dallas.
Well, I might have been mistaken.
No, you were.
Bitch. I'm trying to apologize nicely.
Right, you're like you would
Fuck up.
remember
I'm
if you
trying
drove.
to be
like,
nice about it.
I was a
dro-
designated
Honestly,
driver. I
but,
know.
but we're drinking and driving on the way.
Bleep,
No, we weren't.
Bleep all that shit out. We don't do that.
Y'all brought like some wax that day, and I was smoking the fuck out of that.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Lit.
someone did.
No.
I think Nelson had.
No, Nelson has some mid-ass weed. That's what it was.
Ah, nah. That's
We didn't
fucked.
smoke no wax. None of
I
that.
swore someone
It was after my baby shower. I
had.
remember this shit.
Ah, damn. I'm celebrating the kid.
No, I told my girl, I was like, we're going to see Mac DeMarco after this baby shower.
I remember her standing on the porch just like.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking as fuck. She's like.
Ah,
bye.
damn.
I was like, well, honestly, is Mac DeMarco? I can't miss that.
Yeah, nah.
Is
My
that
first.
the one that he made out with somebody?
Yeah.
Dude,
Like-
he always tells it. He tells
Dude,
me. So
yeah.
when I talk about Mac DeMarco, I mean, we both loved Mac DeMarco, legend. Also, did you see the album he dropped that had like
Like-
100 plus songs?
It's like his whole
He
like
dropped anything
random,
anything
yeah,
he did
like random
unreleased.
discography, like just songs, like throwaways and shit, like just.
Yeah, but who's actually gonna sit there and listen through
Dude,
100?
it's been doing numbers.
Really?
Yes, because so I was talking to him about it the other day. Is it like it was genius because like he built up this catalog. Not one of those are less than like 400,000 to 600,000 views.
Yep.
It was either 600,000 or
And it's like 100
60K.
plus songs. On
But like, and there are some that are hitting like 100,000, some that are in the millions. But like that many songs running that kind of revenue,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I'll be surprised if we see anything from Mac DeMarco in a long time, or at all.
Yeah.
Or at all.
I mean, shit. If you were an artist and you were tired of fame, wouldn't you want to do that? Just
Yeah.
No,
but like,
yeah.
Get the
But
fuck
but
outta
like
here.
but like I mean I think that there's some artists that are up there that if they were to drop something like that wouldn't hit those numbers. I think it's
True.
because it's Mac DeMarco that it's like
his fans are different.
Well,
way
it's like
different.
if
Like Frank
Tyler,
Ocean's
Tyler,
fans.
I better
Tyler
say, yeah,
Creator,
Frank
you can
Ocean.
say- yeah.
If Frank Ocean would drop an album right now, it'd be like,
Yeah, I would listen
Crazy.
to that 3 times in the first
Yeah.
day.
but it'd be like the same thing with Travis Scott. Like, do you like his new album? Like,
I mean,
y'all
I
fuck
do-
with?
I-
Like, it's
I
been a
like it
while
better
since he
than his
dropped.
old albums.
I listened to it one time.
It was like a Yeezus, like to me.
That's what that's what
Take all
yeah.
the fucking shots.
Another one. Goddamn.
Look, you have some in your cup, so you might as well drink it. You almost whacked me with that microphone. Cheers.
Let me pour some a little bit of this though. Hey, I just want to say thank you for everybody listening out there and supporting us. If you're buying our merch,
Yes.
thank you, because we just got this new mic. I know we have had still a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're getting a new setup by next week. We're gonna record
Outside.
some
We're going
quality
outside.
shit. Yeah, we can go outside now and record.
no, actually, but for real,
We are going
Catch me
outside.
outside.
not
How
as a
about that?
joke, but like
Catch me
legit.
outside.
This has been the motherfucking juice, motherfucker.
Shout out
With
to the
Session.
Juice
If y'all wanna hit him
podcast.
up, y'all know where to find him. We're gonna tag all his shit under
I love Doja Cat.
Buy their merch.
Peso Pluma.
Demon Doja Cat. Anyways,
That's a good ass song.
if y'all
One
want to
more
hit him
shot-
up,
one
if
more
y'all
shot for the
need some
camera.
beats, whatever y'all need, hit him up.
Please,
And it's time for
please.
shots, mofo.
If you serious, please hit me up. If not, stay
If
home.
you're serious and you make good shit. What the fuck are you doing? What?
I was saving this for later.
Good night, America. Good night, world. Signing off.
Hey,
Thank you,
thank-
Session, for joining us.
Appreciate y'all.
Good night.